Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 23, January 17th, 2021. And it's now 3:58 p.m. I am Mary Beth, the Jersey Girl Crafts, and I want to welcome you to my podcast. If you have been following me, I want to say thank you. It's been a very long time. My last podcast was September 21st of 2020. A lot's been going on. I want to get into this. This is my second time. My camera, my cell phone kind of just quit on me in the middle and I didn't realize it. So I did an hour and 20 minutes. So let's shorten that up for you guys this time. Not that you had to sit through an hour and 20 minutes, but I did. It took a long time. I had a lot going out there and then it wasn't filmed. So I am in New Jersey in the USA and I live about 10 minutes away from the beach. I don't go there often. In the winter I go there a little bit more, but with, this time, everything going on, I do not go to the beach. I don't even remember the last time I was there. What else am I going to tell you? It is about between 35 and 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's a little chilly out there. It looks like it's going to snow. I don't know. They didn't say anything about snow or rain, but who knows? Let's get into really fast what I've been working on. You would have seen this in my last podcast. It is my multicolored blanket, Afghan. I'm using an LM hook by Susan Bates. I am crocheting this. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. I think I'm going to sneeze. I'm sorry. My allergies have been so bad. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Again, my allergies are crazy. So let's get back to the blanket. It is in, and right now it's a mess because the last podcast I did, that didn't work out. I took everything out, but it's living in my elephant bag or basket handles. I am using a Karen 1 pound. No, it was bigger than 1 pound. It was huge. I'm not sure what it was, but I had 4 of these that I caked up. And it's very smushy now, so it's getting there to be almost done. I have an ice yarn. And then I have a Joy DK by Premier. And it was like a total yarn barf. So I have like this from the middle that I pulled out. And I'm working from that. And my blanket, where's the end? This is it. And I have it folded in half so I could fit it somewhat in range. So it's double this. So it's really big. Can't fit it. It's a little bit longer than my wingspan. And this is it. So I have the gray with 2, which is a 4, with 2 DKs. And it's now hitting the floor and it's up to my neck. And I am almost 5'6". So it's pretty tall. It's nice weight to it. Not too heavy. Yet definitely not, definitely not lightweight. So I'm going to just go until I finish the gray off, which was my plan the whole time. Is this my hook? Yeah, that's my hook. Let me put this to the side somewhere so I can fit. So that is going, that's got probably the most love out of everything that I've been working on. Yeah, I pretty much got most of the love. The other stuff I'm going to show you, only one thing got love. The rest have not. Oh. Living, the handle was caught on the file cabinet. Living in my Lion Brand tote that I got when I went to Lion Brand shopping. Living in here is a hexagon blanket that I was making, I want to say, over 2 years ago. And it's made from Red Heart Super Saver black. Now, I'm not sure what this gray black is. I don't remember. I don't even know if they make it anymore. This is 10 little hexagons put together. Then I have 5 in this grouping, 5 in this grouping, and then 5 here and 5 here. So altogether I have what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 of them. So I think I'm just gonna pretty much put all these together as a middle piece. And then I'm going to take a black and a gray and build on from there to do maybe a lap afghan for my mom. So I do want to get done with this. Behind me on the wall here, last time I did a podcast, that was like a natural wood. I had gotten it from Michael's, and it was just a frame. I got a whiteboard and I kind of glued it onto the frame. And so that's my to-do list on the whiteboard. So that's how I'm kind of keeping track of what I'm doing, and I erase off when I'm done with something. And then when I start something else, I put it on the board. Now, my main thing is I want to not start anything. I get the hiccups now. Sorry. Oh, excuse me. So, I don't want to start anything new until I finish something. Obviously, the hexagon's going to take me a while. The next thing, living in this bag, which I love hooking. I think it's, what is it, Department 31 or something, I think it's called. I forget. Oh, it's just called 31. But they make bags and everything, and I had gotten this from a friend who was selling it at work. Living in here is my, which again is probably about 2 or more years old. It doesn't look like much because it's on circular needles, but it's my Odyssey shawl from Hohi Locatelli. This is where it starts, and she uses, I think, 3 or 4 different yarns. I'm just using the multicolor yarn because I think it looks pretty in the different shades of green, and it is the Premier Luna. And this color is Hyperion. I don't know. This shows a little more of the colors that are in it. It's very pretty. I like it. And it's a DK yarn. It's really nice. 273 yards, 250 meters, and it's 100% anti-pilling acrylic. So soft. So I want to get back on this and get moving. That's on my list. I have to figure out where I left off. Next on the list is living in this bag. And it says, out of office, travel advisors make it happen, with a bunch of ladies on beach chairs. This I got in the flea market when I was at the flea market selling some stuff. So it's a nice heavy canvas. So it's nice for a blanket, which I have 2 of them living in there. This is just a granny square blanket, if I can move it. Love the colors. It kind of goes with stuff like that, colors almost like that. So it kind of goes like the colors in here, which are like turquoise, gray, and white. So it's got like a little pop of other stuff. This is done with a K-hook. Again, Susan Bates. And it is just the regular Karen Cakes. And the colorway is Zucchini Loaf. Not sure if it'll focus, but we'll try. Right there. So I have this and this. I think I want to go with this until I get done with here. Although I have 2 more of these, I think. Yeah, it came in at I think I bought 3 of them. Well, 6. So I have 1, this, and 3. So I had 4 altogether of this. I don't know if I want to go 2 or if I want to do all of them. So I'm not sure how big I want this. Definitely bigger than what it is. So that is on my list of things to do. This has been on at least 1.5 years. 2 years. Let's see, this past summer, the summer before, I think is when I went to North Carolina to I just got wool in my mouth now. Like, this is crazy. I'm sneezing. I'm coughing. Hiccuping. Let's hope nothing else comes out at this point. Boy. So when I went to the Spin Rate outlet in North Carolina, I'd gotten a bunch of these, and I believe I started this as soon as I got back because I like the colors. So that's that. And then I have another blanket I started, and it could be the Crochet Crowd, which Mikey, or it could be Hooked by Robin. Not sure. For the Granny Square one and this one, who I got what from, I can't find patterns. This is a rectangle Granny Square. And this is all I have left. So I have to either find another one, which I know I had, or just make it into a small blanket, or find another color to put with this. Not sure. But I'd like to get this off my hook. And these are living in the same bag, and they use the same hook. So I'm hoping to get done with the green first, and then go to the pink and get that done. So I'll just keep them in the same bag since it's the same hook. I think I'm going to sneeze again. Oh. I am so sorry. All of this is like obviously getting to me. Oh. I keep tissues around this time of the year. So, the only other thing I have is I started really thinking about the craft fairs, if they ever start again. And I would like to, I hand dye yarn and I sell it on my website, the Jersey Girl Crafts. And I want to kind of show what yarns look like. And I had dyed this one up. It's called the Easter egg. And I made a little hat. It's 6 to 12 month, and I believe it was from, it's a free pattern from Yarn Inspiration. I didn't want to put the bunny ears on it. I just wanted the hat. So it was fairly easy and fast. So I finished the hat just to show like the stitch definition in the yarn. This yarn is really soft, by the way. The pom-pom, I always put, if I make my own, a button in the middle. And I make sure I have a big tail on my yarn so I could put it through the middle and then just tie it into a bow. So then when someone needs to wash it, they could just take it right off. Or if they don't want the pom-pom on, they don't feel safe, whatever, they could take the pom-pom off very easily. So I have that, and here's the yarn caked up. I think I had 4 skeins of this I made up, and like I said, I called it Easter egg. Now, one of my favorite sweaters, I crocheted a sweater, but the first knit sweater I ever made was the Flax sweater for my mother. So I started a new one with this yarn, and I'm on the collar. I'm using my Knitter's Pride Dreams US 5 16 inch because I think for the baby sweater it's good. And then I probably will go to like one of my interchangeable ones for a longer when it gets to the body, when there's more stitches, because I just fear when I put this in like with more stitches on it, it will fall off the needles in the bag. I mean, I do have something to put on the needles to save the stitches so they don't jump off, but just in case. And I like these for necklines and for sleeves because it's got like a tiny, tiny end to it. Not as small as some of the others. Like I have these other ones. This is where I put my circular needles. And I found these, which are a 10-inch, which I found on the baby hat when I was getting to the crown to be so helpful. So I like this because, like I said, it's very short here, and I also have them in the 16-inch because I like the small little needles when it comes to going round. There was one set I just recently got. I don't know where they are. But I had another one that was like really short like this. If you look at it, look how nice and short. That like this towers over the shortness of that one. So going around the crown of a hat is beautiful. Or a sleeve. So I'm using the size 5. I think I might order more of these in size 5 for when it comes to the sleeves. So that's what I'm using on my Flax sweater, and it's living in my little kitty cat bag, which I bought years ago on Etsy, and I don't even know who the maker is at this point. So that's my last work in progress, and as I finish, I will just knock it off. All right, I'm on to 21 minutes, so let's get to it. There's only 4 finished projects, and one of them was that hat. The other one is, I've decided as I get done with stuff, if I don't gift them already, if they're a gift to come, or if it goes to craft fair, because in storage I have a big bin of all my crafting stuff, or my crochet and my knit that I sell at craft fairs. But I have a little bin here, and as I get done with projects, I put it in the little bin, and then I transfer it to either the bin for all the gifts or the bin for the craft fairs. If you remember, I was making the socks for my niece. Love it, love it, love it. And look, they finally match. This is not too short, not too long. Perfect. So these, I thought I would give it to her for Christmas, but with COVID, she's in Southern Virginia and she did not come up, nor did I see my sister. So that is done. Another thing I made was this hat, which has a nice big brim, so you can tighten it up by folding it up. Again, the pom-pom, well, that one I cut off. I don't know why I did that, but I usually just put a button so people could take it off. Then, and that was, I love this yarn. I'm not sure which one it was. I'm trying to take the single skeins of yarn and just bust through them somehow. And then I made a squid. Little amigurumi squid. A little happy squid. Which will go in my bin for craft fairs. So that is pretty much all my finished objects. Other than I finally finished the Flax sweater by Tin Can Knits for my mother, which was a medium large. And I have a picture because I gave it to her for Christmas. Only from Mother's Day to Christmas it took me to make it. This is my mom. She doesn't want her face on social media, so I cut it off. But yeah, this is, I thought it came out very nice. She loved it. Right here I have where I put my label with my name on it. And she loves this. It is the details. I have this crochet journal. This is so helpful for either knit or crochet. And I literally take Where is it? So I usually put on top if I knit or crochet, and then I fill in all the information. What I have been doing, I haven't done with the sweater yet. There's a few things I have to take pictures of. But as I finish the project, I take a picture and I put it on a little, you know, print out a little picture on regular paper. And then I can put it in here to show what it looks like. I've definitely got a couple in here that I need to do. I need to take a picture of the socks for my sister. But the yarn I used for my mom's was Lion Brand Feels Like Butter in charcoal. I used about 590 yards. I bought it for $4.99. I used 2 balls, so it was $9.98. And I still had a little bit left. Like I said, it was a medium large. I used a US 6 on the, I believe, on the neckline and the cuffs. And the rest was a US 8. So yeah, Feels Like Butter is a wonderful yarn, easy to work with, so nice. She wears it all the time now. She loves it. She said it's warm. Now, I want to make her another one, and I got these two. It's a loops and thread, cream cotton or cotton cream. And there's a lot of yardage. There's 432 yards. It is, what is it? 87 cotton, 13 nylon. And it's a 4. It's really nice yarn. I have definitely enough for another sweater for either color. This one I have a multicolor I should have gotten, but there's a multicolor to it that has grays and browns as well as the pink. So I might do the colored for the top and then the pink for the sleeves and the, like for the yoke, and then the sleeves and the bottom I might do in the pink. So that was a thought I had. So if my own little color work, because I really don't do color work. So I think the next one I might make will be in this. Now the only problem with this yarn is it says for cleaning, hand wash cold, do not bleach, and dry flat, no iron. So it's not one you really want to make for a child, because most moms don't want to hand wash something and put it flat to dry. So I think my mom is definitely worthy of that type of yarn. She is one of those who has always went to the dry cleaners, and she will not hand wash but dry clean something. Although I have known her to hand wash, and then what she'll do is she'll put it on a towel on top of the washing machine until it dries, or hang it on the line. But if it, if I tell her lay flat, she'll put it on top of the washing machine. So that's that. What are we up to? 29 minutes. So let's try and get through this. New things I've gotten. I was online on watching a podcast by Ross. Smells Like Yarn. Love his podcast. And he was showing a yarn from Trilogy Yarns. When he was showing the yarn, it was so beautiful, and so I thought I'd give it a try. I went on the website, and she happened to be on there on the podcast, in the chat section. So I'm like, ooh, and there was a link that he had put up. So I jumped on, and I really fell in love with this yarn, which is 72 kid mohair, 28 silk, 459 yards, 50 grams, and the name of it is Wicked. So that's the mohair silk. Look how pretty. Look at that hair. Oh, it's so beautiful. Such a gorgeous color. It's like a charcoaly, oh, so soft. So I got that from her. I got a Yarn Club Pride and Prejudice, which she tells me the first one will be here next week. So I can't wait for that. Then I got all these stitch markers from her. First one is my favorite candy in the whole world. Is an M&M. Caramel is my favorite, but look, the pretzel M&M. Yeah, I could tell you every M&M and what color bag it comes from. So let's see. Ugh. There's the pretzel. And then I got the peanut M&M. I love him. Then I got this whole group, which is a sheep right here, a little lammy sheep, whatever. And then these two. I haven't taken this off, so everything is backwards. Then I got the little alpaca and llama. It's probably really fuzzy. So I got all of these from her. She shipped out immediately. Everything was packed beautifully. I would definitely recommend. Her yarn is beautiful, and I can't wait to see Pride and Prejudice. Oops. My M&M just fell off. I'll have to do surgery when I'm done. So that's what I got from her. And the other thing that I brought into them, well, there's a lot of stuff that I bought since September, but a lot of stuff is all put away. So the other thing, I got stuff from the Grocery Girls. I got this mug. It's all, it's metal or whatever. There's metal inside. Keeps ice and everything cold for a long time. Got a little top. It's got iced tea in it, so I don't want to spill it. And then I got the tumbler. And these are both 20 ounce with that lid. So this is really nice. It's also the metal inside. So it keeps everything cold or hot. And then I got some pins from them, a sticker, which the pins are hung up, and the sticker is somewhere safe. Don't know where, but somewhere safe. I got this bag. Look at them. Beaver. And it's got a Velcro pocket. It's really nice, thick canvas. It holds a lot. It's got a nice boxy bottom. So it's definitely great for a project. It's all organic, 100% organic. So really nice purchase. Very happy with it. Oh, wait, I felt something. Now I know where everything is, where I kept it safe. Let me get it. So I got their pin, little Christmas tree. Is that not adorable? And here is Jody and Tracy, their card. This is what you get, the little thank you card. And then I got the Grocery Girls. This is so cool. This I really have to keep out because I always am looking for it and I never know where I put those things. So, yeah, that's what I got from them. What else? That's all the new things that I have to show you. My whips. Now, the next is just a life update. I'm into 35 minutes. I'm doing better than the last podcast, let me tell you. That was like really long. I rambled a lot. So, life update is I got a new job. Yeah, I didn't even know about it September when my last podcast was. It was right after that I got a phone call. I had applied for a job in an old company I worked for. I worked for the one company who sold off the billing to another company, but they owned a percentage of it. So the original company, the first company I worked for since 1999, in 2017, they sold us to this billing company, and I was in the billing for this big medical hospital company in New Jersey. So I worked for them, they sold us, and I was a supervisor for cash posting. Loved my job. I loved the girls that were under me, women. My boss, who had only been with us for a year when I left, she was a great director. She was so fair and still is. I mean, the job I'm in now, I still have contact with them, and I have very open communication with the whole cash posting, that if they needed me for anything or any questions, they could easily call me. I was very happy to find out that one of the women that were under me, I had really pushed for her to go for my position when I left, and she got the job. So, yay, Carrie. I was so happy. Not that she watches this, but I was extremely happy to know that she went for it and she got the position. I think she's going to be great at it. From what I understand, she's doing good. So yeah, it was definitely a step up, and it was going back to the first company I worked for. So I am now a revenue cycle analyst. I analyze all the work queues and look for trends, like if insurance companies are not paying things right, or they're not paying a certain procedure code or whatever. I look for that, and then I look at all the work queues that the billing company is supposed to be working and make sure they're working them. So it's definitely a step up from what I was doing, and it's different, and I felt like I never left. Like, I feel like I've always been here because my old manager left about a year and a half, 2 years ago. All right, wait. I had a supervisor, Stacy. When we went to the billing company, she became a manager in a different department. Then I worked for my manager, Cindy, who went to the new billing company, but then left about 2 years ago to go back to the first company to work under Stacy. So my supervisor turned manager, manager turned team member. I know, a little confusing. I worked for both of them in the past, and now I'm working for them again. And so it feels like we've never left each other, and we understand each other, and Stacy knows exactly what she gets with me, and she knows how to deal with me, my idiosyncrasies. I know how she is as boss and what she expects from me. So it's a really wonderful work dynamic. I'm so happy I made the move. I'm sad for leaving the people I left, but I'm very happy I did it. I was working 3 days a week at home in the other job due to COVID and 2 days a week in the office. Now, in this job, we're full time at home. So I have the desk where the tripod right now is, because I have a little octopus tripod, are two monitors, one to the right, one to the left, and they're sitting on little stands. Under that is my laptop. So this desk is my work desk. Then I have a file cabinet next to me that has like actually a lot of patterns that I print off for crochet or knit into categories in there. I have a little wheeling cart over there, which has pens, paper, a bunch of stuff that I need for either work or crafting. Over here, I've got my home computer. Then I have my printer back there. And this whole, where is it? Right there. That holds papers and stuff like that. I do eBay. And in the bottom drawer is, boy, this is really bad pointing. Bottom drawer is where I have the stuff I sell on eBay or Etsy. That drawer is, no, bottom, wait, top long drawer, right there, is my receipts. Bottom one, I forget what I have in there. The two there, I don't remember what's in those two, like bits and pieces of stuff. But then I have labels and all up there. Up top is the basket that used to be on my bookshelf. On my shelf with all my yarn. That has all my knitting needles and like all my kits of knitting needles and crochet hooks. Behind me is my sewing machine. And then over there, that is a hammock actually that hangs on the window for the cats to go in. And my futon is right under it. Those are just little bins that I started cleaning stuff out. I've been trying to organize and get rid of stuff and really try and purge and really keep the stuff I want and get rid of what I don't want, or what I just don't like or use instead of keeping it around. What else? There are struggles working from home. I think one of the main struggles for me is because I do Etsy and eBay, I'm facing this way for my work computer and then this way to do Etsy, eBay, and Shopify. So you can find me. My Shopify store is thejerseygirlcrafts.com. eBay is, I'm now reselling. I started doing that in October. I'm doing a resale for personal goods. Like one thing I know I have up there is this for stress. I have one for sleep. Then I have makeup. I have Maybelline, Revlon, CoverGirl, L'Oreal. What else do I have? Katy Perry, which that's the lipstick I'm wearing. Very cute. Where is it? By CoverGirl. Such a pretty color. I don't know if you can see it. Is it upside down? Magenta pink, I think. So I do sell stuff like that. Like I sell the CoverGirl mascara. And everything is new, still in package. So it's a lot of personal care and makeup items. And it's Mariposa Butterfly. Mariposa Butterfly. Mariposa, Spanish for butterfly, and then English version of butterfly. I don't know. I guess I wasn't very creative. But I had the store years ago and I had closed it down. But I kept my name for just, buying stuff and all, because I did have all the feedback. So I kept all the feedback all these years. And then I opened again the store, and that's what I'm selling on there. And I started selling some of my crochet goods, my knitting, a lot of the yarn that I've been purging, selling on eBay. So yeah, the hardest part is not moving from this desk. So I got myself a Garmin Vivo Smart 4, and it's got a reminder on here that every hour I should get up out of my seat and move. So when an hour goes by, it tells me to move. I just actually got it this weekend. So that is my goal, is to get up out of my seat and move. I'm going to take Tuesdays and Thursdays where I'll sit in the living room with my boyfriend and we'll sit there and watch movies or TV shows or whatever. And I'll just get away from the desk. We're hoping the goal works. But that is my goal. I guess basically there's no craft shows really to talk about. We did some art shows for my boyfriend. I didn't want to do it because, people touch yarn, smell yarn. But with COVID, you don't want a lot of people doing that. And I don't like the fact of putting it in any kind of bag, because then you can't touch it. Because I don't like buying yarn I can't touch. Although I do. I buy it online. Like, you take a chance when you go to hiccups, Trilogy Yarn, or anywhere really that you're buying, Lion Brand even, Michael's, Joann's. You go on there and you buy and you're not feeling it. You only know if you buy it. So I'm one to buy one of something until I know I like it. But when you're at a craft show, people touch and smell and everything else. So I think that's, yep, Reggie just got up in the window. So, I just didn't want to do the craft shows for that reason. Not that there were many, but there were one or two that were outside. And I felt comfortable being outside. But he did rather good. I think people were dying to get outside. But we did two of them outside for him. And both of them were so windy. Oh my gosh, both days. But we made it through, and he did good at both of them, and it felt really good. And I was just there to support him, and I just sat there knitting. What else? I got new glasses. These. I love them. Swarovski or whatever crystals are up here. I forget the maker of them, but I went and got new glasses this year. Well, in November. Was it November? Somewhere around there. I had glasses for driving and glasses for the computer and reading. So I was always leaving my glasses somewhere that I needed. And now I decided to get one pair of glasses that I do everything with, and it's working out really, really well. Right now, for some reason, the phone is a little blurry for me. So I'm hoping everything looks good to you guys. I'm not sure why, but facing the camera this way, for some reason, it's a little blurry. Like right here, it's not as bad. But like I can pick up my notepad and read it perfectly, but for some reason the video is blurry. But I can see the TV perfectly and I can see the computer's good. Just for some reason the podcast is a little blurry for me. So I might have to wear my readers again for podcasts. I'll have to see. else? I quit smoking in November, although I must admit I did go near one of my girlfriends who smokes and I had a cigarette. But this year I'm not beating myself up. I'm not beating myself up to work 12-hour days. I'm not going to do it. Once in a while, if I really have a project that needs to get done and I have to do it, I will. But on the most days, if I don't want to work that late, I'm not going to. I'm not beating myself up. I'm not pushing myself like I used to. I'm going to be kind to myself. Working at home is very, very hard for me because the food is right out there. I leave here, go through the kitchen, living room to get to the bathroom. So it's pretty far away. And get done with the bathroom. I get myself a drink and I come back and, once I get the drink, I usually wind up getting a snack. I have gotten grapes now and I'm going to try and do that instead of junk food. But of course, sitting next to me here is a little, let's see, I have like 7 or 8 M&Ms sitting there. But I'll take a little handful and bring it rather than the bag. But I've gained weight. I'm very uncomfortable with it. But like I said, I'm not beating myself up this year. It's been a very difficult 2020 with COVID and not going anywhere and not doing anything. And where I was active in the old company, I am very inactive here because this is where I sit and then I turn this way. So I have to make myself get up. I have to not beat myself up that I've gained a little weight. It's a huge shock to me that I'm more of a people person than I thought. I always thought that I liked being home and that I would love to work from home, but quite honestly, I miss being with people. Even the people I did care for. But I miss being with people. It's very hard for me. But again, not beating myself up. I'm doing what I can do. And I'm going to continue to not smoke. Not going to buy cigarettes. This time was extremely hard for me not to smoke. I've had a few stressful days. So when I was with my one girlfriend, yeah, I had a cigarette. And what else? I'm going to try not to be around her too much because I don't want to smoke. But I'm also going to have to kick myself in the ass and say no. Don't smoke in the van. Don't, do any of that. The van actually smells nice. It does not smell like cigarette, which is a very nice thing. And speaking of COVID, I got, when was it? January 2nd, 3rd? No, 5th? I forget. It was right after the holiday. The first was Friday, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. So the 4th of January, I got the first vaccine. Gonna tell you, it was hard. I didn't feel it. I got 11 o'clock in the morning, didn't feel it until evening when my arms started killing me. I was exhausted. My body ached. I woke up the next morning, which was a Tuesday, totally exhausted. I felt like I broke my arm. It hurt so bad. My whole body was achy to get up, go to the bathroom, whatever. Whatever I had to do hurt. So I quit work at 11:30 that day. I pushed myself from 7 to 11:30. Actually 6:30 because I couldn't sleep that well because no matter which way I moved, my body hurt. Wednesday, I felt a little better. And then Thursday, it was like nothing ever happened. I had no pain in my arm. I had no headache. I had no nothing. So I had a slight headache, achy all over, exhausted, and my arm was killing me. My boss and my other team members, Stacy and Cindy, they felt the same way. I think they made it through work though, but I just couldn't do it. So it was painful. And I go for the second one February 2nd. So I'm assuming it's going to hurt just as bad. I'm hoping it doesn't hurt more than that. But at least I know once I get the second one, you have to give it a couple of weeks for it to really work. But once it works, if you get the virus, then you will not get it as bad. Before getting the vaccine, I called my doctor. I spoke to her and I said, "What are your thoughts on it?" She said she was getting it herself. She's going to trust science and the doctors. And so she was getting it. She said, she went over my history with me and she said, with your breathing issues and you're prone to bronchitis, pneumonia, and your lungs are weaker, she would suggest I get it, but again, it's up to me. But she sees no reason I can't get it. So I went and I did get it. But like I said, I spoke to my physician first to make sure, she thought it was a good idea for me to get it. She went over the reasons, the only people that she thought shouldn't get it, which I'm not going to discuss on the podcast because that's between you and your doctor. But yeah, anyone thinking to get the vaccine, I think it's a really good thing, but I do think you should talk to your physician and see what your physician thinks. So that's about it, and we're hitting about an hour in the podcast right now, and my last one was an hour and 20 minutes, so I think I did really good shaving off 20 minutes. So my room has changed a lot since I'm working fully from home. I'm purging a lot of stuff. The next thing we're going to do is hopefully get in the attic. I have a bunch of stuff over to the right that I need to go through still to, purge even more, get rid of stuff, go through stuff that I haven't gotten rid of. So I'm organizing a little bit more this year, and I'm getting rid of stuff I don't need, especially now that I'm home. I can't believe how claustrophobic things can get when you have too much around the house. I guess I didn't really notice it. Well, I noticed it, but I didn't pay attention because I wasn't in this room 24/7. But now that I am, it's definitely time. Like when we got the cat fixed, she stayed in with the boyfriend in the main bedroom. I slept on the futon to give her comfort and peace and quiet. We kept her in there, but I slept on the futon. And let me tell you, when you start seeing all this stuff around you, you're getting up from the futon and sitting at a desk for the whole day, and then over here for the night. It's a lot. And if you have a lot in the room, it gets crowded. I mean, I just can't believe how horrible I felt. So, like I said, I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff. I'm trying to purge. And I'm very happy that I'm doing this. I'm making the decision. I'm making my to-do list. I'm crossing off. I'm starting over. We're putting a whiteboard and a corkboard combination in the kitchen. And we're going to start doing to-do lists. And as we do the to-do list through the week, we're going to cross it off. So every Friday I pay bills. I think every Friday, not only do I pay bills, the boyfriend and I have to sit down and say, what do we want to accomplish in the week, in the weekend, and the week to come? And I think we need to write it on the whiteboard. And then see that we're crossing it off. Some of the stuff, of course, you're not going to get to it every day. Like, you're not going to every week cross off everything on your list. Some things will sit on there a little bit longer, but we have to make sure we get to most of what's on there. So that's going to be here, I believe, Tuesday. And we're going to put it up and we're going to start being more organized that way on what we need to do. Even if it's the simplest thing like, well, not food shopping because that you need to do anyhow, but like just simple things like the other day, I went in one of the drawers where I keep all my medicine, and it's in the kitchen actually, where I keep the chip clips, the Tylenol, all my prescription stuff. I open it and I'm like, ugh. So I actually took everything out of there. Things that were like way in the back, like cough drops, Tums. You don't even know how long they've been back there. So I took everything out, threw everything that was loose out. I put all of the Tums in a baggie. I have all my cough drops together. Then I took some of my cheap Tupperware type stuff, not Tupperware, but Starlight and all that stuff, the dollar store plasticware. And I have one with all my prescriptions. I have one with all the like looser stuff. Then I have one in there with all my chip clips. So I organized that one drawer. Last weekend we took a whole cabinet to get everything out and started getting rid of stuff. Now we're going to keep a bin of all the stuff that we're going to take to a flea market. As soon as the spring comes, we'll go to the flea market and we'll just get rid of stuff. So that's pretty much what we're doing. We're trying to organize a little of this, a little of that. When I get a burst of energy and I, look in a drawer, or I'm going to put it on a to-do list that, all right, this weekend we're going to work on this drawer or this cabinet. I'm not going to say the whole kitchen at once. It's not going to get done. So we put one thing. I want to clean the refrigerator. One thing. So I'm saying so a lot. And but anyhow, I'm going to cut it here because it's now over an hour. And I want to thank you for joining me. If you're new to the podcast and you made it through, thank you very much. Please like, subscribe, and hit that little bell so it lets you know when I have another podcast. And hopefully it will not take another, 4 months. And if you are a returning visitor, thank you so much for following me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I don't have many people subscribed. I don't have a lot of likes. But to me, this is like my little therapy session and just a way to get out there in the world of people that like doing the same thing I like doing. I love crocheting. I love knitting. I love doing all that stuff. Weaving, sewing. So I do want to get, I just want to share. And anyone who wants to do a podcast, just get out there and do it. I know people that started at the same time I did, and they have so many followers right now. I don't have many. It doesn't bother me. But I just feel like I'm at least maybe making someone's day happier, seeing the yarn, seeing what people work on, just sharing. So thank you again for listening, for being here, for making it through an hour. They will not all be an hour. I am going to cut them down, and hopefully I will start doing this every week. But like I said, with working full time at home and sitting at the same desk all the time, I don't know how much I'm going to accomplish. But I'm hoping to get back to everything and be able to produce and show you more. So have a wonderful week, 2 weeks, whatever it takes for me to get back. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. It's Sunday now at 5:02. So thank you very much again. And have a very happy crafty time.